What's happening, Wisdom Warriors of Light? Back at it for another video. How y'all doing, man? Happy freaking Wednesday. Forgot what day it was. I kind of been MIA for a bit. And I wasn't really gonna record this video today because I really haven't been feeling it, man. I really kind of been just blah say blah. I came to the lake. I was sitting up there. If you can, see. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for y'all. But a lot of times I sit way up there at the top of that mountain, straight up there, just viewing this beautiful scenery, this water. It's really, really peaceful. And, I usually, like I said, I come up here and I sit way up there. You can see there's a bunch of cars up there, and it's about 11:15 in the morning, and there's a lot of people parked there, man. A lot. So I came over here where I'm sitting now, and I drove down on that road over there, and came into this entrance over here, and just parking over here. And I kind of I'm like, you know what? Let me drop a video. I got some things to say. I didn't tighten this up too tight here. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Hold on here. I know you got like a real close view of me here. Yeah, so I wasn't planning on recording a video, and but I felt called to do it. I have kind of a headache, like right over here. I've been dealing with a couple other things. Like a week ago, I had a really massive headache, and then today I have another one, but it's not as massive as the one I had a week or so ago. And then Sunday, which I think I did record a video. I'm pretty sure I recorded the Sunday sermon, but and I'm not entirely positive if I spoke about my neck being stiff, and I really didn't sleep that well that night, and it's kind of faded away. And I've come to find out, through the Akashic records, it was energetic. It wasn't physical, which I knew, because I knew that going to the chiropractor wasn't going to work. And but a lot of things have unraveled since then. I found out some of the things that has been holding me back, connecting to my higher self, has been my inner child from about the age of 7. When I don't know what happened at the age of 7, but I'm certain that it had something to do with my abilities, like hearing voices and psychic abilities and telepathic abilities and seeing spirit and things like that, because I did at a young age see that. A lot of it I began to suppress, and it was just 333 on the clock, on the timer. And before I recorded this, I saw 11:11, and then when I was at the gas station and pumping gas, the pump stopped at 12:22, 222. Talk about synchronicities, and I'm starting to now pay more attention to what I'm thinking when I see them, or right before I see them. What am I thinking? What are my thoughts? It's really powerful. I was told that yesterday, actually, in the records, and now I'm going to be much more cognizant as to what I'm thinking when I see these synchronicities that Spirit is trying to bring a message to, which is probably my thoughts and what I'm thinking, because our thoughts create our reality. So the messages, when you see these synchronicities, these numbers, it's a sign for you to think about what you were thinking when you saw it. What were you feeling when you saw it? Because the more you can pay attention to that, the more you can change your thoughts, and the more you get those messages. It's kind of like an alarm, like, oh, wait a minute, what was I just thinking? Oh, I just saw 12:22, 222. I just saw 333 on the timer. What was I thinking when I saw that? What was I thinking when I saw 11:11 earlier? And it's kind of like, really, I think it's pretty cool, actually, because it's like a reinforcement to, like, what were your thoughts when you saw that message that the universe is trying to bring you, or your guides are trying to tell you. So you can pay more attention to what you're thinking, because like I said a minute ago, our thoughts create our reality. Our thoughts create our reality. And what we speak creates our reality. So we have to really, really pay close attention. I don't want to be twisting my neck because, I'm still kind of feeling it a little bit. So just don't mind me when I move the camera. Because I'm trying, I can feel it, but it's a lot better than it was from Sunday. And another message that I was given is to scream. And I was told that like quite a ways back. And then I was told again yesterday, and I'm like, where am I going to scream? I don't really have a place that I can do that. And I'm like, then they said to me, your car, roll up your windows and scream. And it's funny, I went to the gas station, and then when I went to the gas station, after that, I proceeded to, park in the back of the parking lot. I rolled up my windows and I just screamed. And I was actually driving on the road before I got into the plaza to get gas, and I screamed. So it's actually pretty ironic and funny that, they told me that, and it's such a great idea. Like, who the hell is going to, bother you when you have your windows rolled up and you're driving on the road and you just let one loose? You just let it rip, and what are people going to say? You're in your damn car, And I was like, I screamed so loud, and I started hitting the steering wheel, as I screamed. And they've been telling me that to essentially clear my throat chakra, because I've been experiencing like cracking and things like that. So I had a blockage that I needed to release. So I was kind of told to scream, and I did it a couple times already, and actually the headache felt a little better. So I'm gonna do it again and before I get home, and but with that being said, I've had a lot going on. I've had a lot of emotions. I realize why I'm struggling with not believing that I can connect to all the time to my higher self and have that channel open wide, because I'm always seeking these external confirmations of messages that I receive. When I connect to my higher self, or I get downloads, or I speak to my higher self, or I go into the Akashic Records, it's like I need some kind of confirmation from outside myself. When in actuality, I don't need that. I have it all within me, like we all do. We all have it within us. We just have to believe and trust and have faith that we have it, the power within us to heal ourselves, to connect to our higher selves, to know our truth, to know why we're here, to know our purpose, to get direction and guidance. We all have it within us. We don't need an external force or individual to give us that. We don't need somebody outside of ourselves to give us what we're going to do in the future, like psychic abilities. We have those ourselves. And growing up, when I heard voices, I was called schizophrenic or psychopath, or like, you're going to be careful, you're going to be locked up with what you say, and blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't show up as my true authentic self. I never felt comfortable doing that. And then today in my therapy session, midway in, come to find out, he goes, let me ask you, do you mind trying something? And then I said, sure, I'm open, and it led me literally to me meeting my inner child and showing him love and hugging him. But he confirmed it, that he said, no, I can't be my authentic self. I can't come out with, like, I'm almost like I'm afraid to, he's afraid to show himself in that way, like where he connects to his higher self, like I connect to my higher self. He's afraid because of what people will think, like the judgments, the criticism. That's why I always felt different and alone and not normal like everybody else. And I had a hard time fitting in because as a young kid and as I grew up, I was always like, you're strange, you're from another planet, you're not normal, all these kind of comments. And then I started to believe it. I started to really, truly believe it. And so then, like, when he asked me to see what my inner child thought, he right away said no. I heard no. So we went ahead and we did some inner child healing. And the most amazing thing is I got to hug him. And he started crying in my shoulders, and this was my 7-year-old self. And when I came close to him with my open arms and we hugged and I started to like pull back and walk away, he was dancing in place. He actually, before he started dancing, he started to have like a half smile. And then it turned into almost a full smile. And then he started dancing as I was walking away. Like he was really felt like he could be himself. Goofy and funny. And like, he was giving off this energy of like just living life, like free to be himself, free to be who he was. And that was, man, it was such a breakthrough, such a fucking breakthrough. And I'm proud of myself, and I did not expect that one bit to come up. I didn't expect that was going to happen. And interestingly enough, the cards that have been coming through, not only for me but for others, but I haven't been getting them that much for myself, but for others that I draw them for, but that's also for me, was inner child healing. Interestingly enough, and then all of a sudden I pulled some oracle cards for someone this morning, and I know she's a subscriber on this channel, and I know if she watches the video she'll know who she is. And not mentioning any names, but I pulled the cards, and one of them was inner child healing. And then all of a sudden this happened maybe about an hour later. And it just was so profound and so beautiful to watch him, like, just really legitimately being himself. And that is one thing that I've struggled with for so long, like even family dynamics. And there's a yellow and black butterfly flying right past the window. I don't know if you saw it on the camera or not, but it just flew past the car. And, butterflies mean transformation, but it just like was so beautiful to watch him dancing in place, because that was me at times, but I would do it in the privacy of myself. Like no one would be around, and I'd be home alone, and I'd be crank up the music, and I would just jam out. Or I'd be in the bathroom and I'd be walking out and like just look at myself in the mirror and make these funny faces and movements, and just be me, be all of fucking me. And I've never felt like I could do that around anybody, really. And I never really found anybody that really, truly, authentically saw me that way. But then what was so profound that she said to me yesterday in the records was, if you don't want anybody to judge you, then you don't judge anybody else. If you want unconditional love, then you have to give others unconditional love to receive it. And I'm like, wow, I already knew that, but to hear that was so profound. And it's like I'm working on that every day to stop the judgment of others. As I say all the time, I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm working on it every day, being better. But to be even more aware and to notice that now even more is so powerful. If you don't want people to judge you, then you don't judge other people. If you want unconditional love, then you have to give unconditional love to others. How do you think that you're gonna do one thing and receive another? It doesn't work that way. The universe mirrors how you are. If you're putting out anger, you're going to receive anger back. It goes both ways. You give love, you receive love back. You know, it's like you walk with an open heart, you trust others, you're going to get people that trust you. The universe mirrors. So it's like in what planet do you think that this is not, that you could do something different and receive something else, right? So if you're constantly judging others, and you're judging your family, and you're judging your relationships, and you're judging others for how they move in the world, or how they eat, or how they do things, or how they show up, then you're going to get judged on how you eat and how you show up and what you do and how you act. You want something different, then you need to do something different. You want unconditional love, then give unconditional love. You want love, give love. You want to not be judged, then you not judge others. It works both ways. That's the secret to the universe. But yet people are like, I don't understand. All these fucking people, they judge me and they criticize me, and they don't love me unconditionally. They conditionally love me. Like, bro, sis, like, you have to do the same thing. You have to give that same thing that you want back. It doesn't work the opposite way. Like, you want a loving, unconditional, loving relationship full of non-judgment, full of compassion, full of humbleness, full of empathy, like, then you have to give it to receive it. You have to give love to receive love. You have to share kindness to receive kindness. That's the way it works. It's so simple, but yet, you know, it's like you want to give anger to somebody else, where you're going to get that anger right back like a boomerang. And I know it now deeper. I understand it on a deeper level. I understand it on a deeper level. And I'm going to be so much more aware and cognizant as to what I'm doing and how I'm showing up. Because the way I show up is the way that I'm going to be shown back from others. So with that being said, man, there's another yellow butterfly flying in front. It's a gorgeous sunny day. I love you all, man. This video really needed to be done. Like I said, I wasn't really feeling up to it, but it all came through exactly how it needed to come through for someone out there. So I love you all, man. And I will keep saying that. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to the ones that left too, because we lost a few subscribers, and that's okay. I finished my detox, and you know, you saw the series I did. If you did, hopefully you get benefit out of it. If you don't, that's okay too. But I love you all, man. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Share these videos out, man. We need to grow this channel so we all can have a safe, beautiful community where we can each and every one of us could just share and meet like-minded individuals. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. Please take care of yourselves and each other. From my heart to yours. I will see you soon in the next one. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors Light. We got this.